What's the deal? What's going on, y'all? You already know what it is, man. Respect My Region. We back with another episode of Respect My Region TV, sponsored by who? Respect My Region, Legacy Smalls. Make sure y'all go get it. It's me, Devon Jefferson. Y'all know what it is, man. Got a very special guest today, man. What's going on, Ben Franks? Bean G Franks. Got a very special guest today, man. One of a kind, multi-talented DJ and producer, all around just incredible creative, man. Super excited for y'all to get a chance to hear my man rap about his new project, man. Just a little bit, man. Super excited to rap with bro about this project. What's going on? What's going on, Franks, man? We just getting to it, man. Happy Friday, everybody. You know what I'm saying? What's the deal?
Gucci.
How you living, brother?
I'm fucking great, man. My album's out.
Congratulations, man. Hold up, I gotta show you I'm repping the squad.
The drip.
We
got that drip.
We got the drip. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
The
Yes, sir.
album T will be dropping online later today for everyone else who wasn't at the event. But you got it.
Yeah, we got it. We've been banging it, man. It's crazy, and before we really even get into it, man, I gotta give you your, you know what I'm saying, your introduction, because, you know what I'm saying, as I was speaking before you got on the line, you know what I'm saying, I'm just really excited to be able to speak with, you know, multi-talented DJ and producer of your caliber, you know, somebody who has been a part of multiple, I don't even want to say trends, but actual waves, and the beginning of those waves, as far as like the postmodern development of, you know what I'm saying, all these subgenres that we see coming off of, you know, rap, hyper pop, you know, deep sub trap, EDM, things of that nature, man. It's incredible to, you know, see the level of acumen within your resume, and how you reinvented it now with Twilight 9. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm super excited to welcome none other than Jayceeoh, man. What's up with you, brother?
What's up? Chilling, man. Just reveling, and, you know, so much fucking work went into this album and everything surrounding it, and I did it independently. So it just feels like a massive weight off my chest to just let the shit out in the world and let it breathe, you know?
Absolutely. And it's funny that you say that too, because when I was looking at your gram, and, you know, I saw the message that you wrote, where you really kind of explained about how this record, you really poured your heart into this record, and it started really, like you said, just you. It's a collaborative thing, obviously, you know.
Right.
Rope Swiss, Sam King, Buck Rogers. There's a lot of major collabs on here, but like you said, it started out just you in your basement. When you were saying you're reveling in that, obviously thinking about where it started.
It's not a basement, all right? We're in a nice studio. We got a view. There ain't no basement over here.
Yeah, my bad. Excuse me. Started out in the compound, just you.
I'm just
thinking about, you know what I'm saying, just where it started to, you know, it being out now. Just perspective wise, you know, how does it feel? And even more so, just how, you know, how do you feel about just the evolution of it all?
I mean, the evolution has been a long road, you know. It's just like I said in that post I just posted earlier, it's like, you know, I've been doing so much shit through all my career, from the hip hop side to battling to heavy electronic shit to like this album, where I'm just like, kind of like, let me just make music that just speaks to me, and, you know, see if it'll speak to other people. And, you know, like I started as a DJ, so like everything I've done, you know, I'm very versatile, right? So I DJ every style of music. So I was producing every style of music, and it was just like kind of jumping around and just like hard to find a focus, because I'm inspired by so many different things. And, you know, I just caught a groove during the pandemic of these like just super wavy, vibey songs. And I was just like, you know what, like, let me get this off. And I just felt like this project just kind of like showcases me as an artist on like, you know, a higher level of just like conceptualizing something, putting it together, like not just making records just so they go off in the club, you know what I'm saying? Just shit that has a lot more depth and meaning to it, you know?
Definitely. I feel like I can definitely hear just the meandering influence as far as you were saying, you know, just creatively, all of the things that you're influenced by as far as just music wise, you know, you can hear the hip hop influence. I kind of sometimes feel like I hear a little bit of like a reggae calypso kind of influence.
Yeah.
Obviously there's, you know, some EDM elements. When you were, you know, just as far as creatively conceptualizing the music wise, I know you said you really wanted to be free. Were there any moments specifically that you think about or records that you think about where you really were able to kind of just like, oh yeah, just it just all flowed out in that moment, and this is like kind of like the essence of the album in a sense?
I mean, they all kind of just can't float out pretty naturally, I must say. But shit, I had a thought and I just forgot. Sorry, remind me the question again. Sorry.
No, no. I mean, really, just, you know, looking at some of these records, like specifically for me, I know obviously Momentum's been out for a while, but when I hear that, there's so much of it's a spacious record, but it gives me like motivation, it gives me energy.
Yeah,
It's, you know, it's definitely something that
it's
is
inspirational.
galvanizing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
I'm wondering if there's,
momentum. Go ahead.
no, I
You're
was just
wondering if
gonna say,
what?
I was wondering if there's any tracks for you that really, you know, kind of like you felt like, oh yeah, the immediate electricity when you were, you know, creating it, or even now that it's out, you know, it like
I
gives you an
mean,
extra boost.
you know, like momentum for sure. That's why I put it as the first one. I added that kind of like inspirational quote at the beginning because, like, you know, this whole shit is kind of like a big rebrand for me from like all the shit I've done in the past. So just like, you know, the pandemic brought everything back to ground zero, and I'm kind of rebuilding it right now. And it just like momentum just felt like, you know, something that I'm building and gaining again. So it was just like that song and Sam King's vocals on that and Buck Rogers on the co-production, and that shit just like felt amazing to me. And then Sandcastle with Grabbits is just like, I feel like that's one of the best songs I've ever made. It's just like musically and just like the vocals and just how the song structure and everything was just like crazy.
Hmm. That's amazing. I think, you know, the culmination of the rollout in a sense as well, super creative, and it speaks to, you know, just obviously the ideology that you kind of brought within the project, but also, you know, again, like you were saying, really being free as far as combining your interests and your loves.
Right.
And so I really wanted to kind of, you know, just rap with you a little bit about that, and just about how, you know, it really dawned on you to be like, you know, I want to combine obviously things that I'm passionate for on the golf side as well as with the music, and really how, you know, the invitational and everything came together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, was just sitting on all these songs, and there was like a handful of songs that didn't make the album, but I wanted to put them on. But like, just I had the idea of doing something called Twilight Nine because Twilight Nine is like a special like golf term for like you go out the end of the day, get a quick nine in. It's beautiful, the sun setting. There's like long shadows on trees, and I just wanted to like tie that into the music in some way because I do so much stuff in the golf space and I'm trying to bridge like golf and music together. So it just made sense to call it that, Twilight Nine. And then I've been doing all this work with Top Golf and Malvin and a bunch of dope golf brands, and I just was like, yo, like I've always wanted to throw a tournament. I'm like, now's the best time as ever to throw like the first ever Twilight Nine Invitational, and it was like better than I could have ever imagined. The turnout, the people, the energy, just the vibes were crazy. And it was just like, I've been like, yesterday I was just like beside myself and just like buzzing all day because of that shit, how special it was to me.
Absolutely, man. You could tell that like everyone there was riding high on the camaraderie and really just genuinely happy to be there to support the release, and excited about the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also just having so much fun golfing. Like everybody was having so much fun golfing. You
Yeah.
know, the long drive competition,
Yeah.
top of the top. It was super fun. So that was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Um, one thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit about too, as far as you know, just kind of on the music side, was obviously now that we're kind of going into the winter season, you know, people are going to be kind of listening to music, consuming a little differently, but you know, then, you know, comes festival season and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm curious to know, you know, are you excited about maybe kind of like what the winter's going to be like, and maybe taking some of this music to the nightclub versus what it's going to be like next summer, and maybe
Yeah.
doing some festivals and things of that nature? Or
Yeah. Well, this album is kind of like, compared to my old shit, it's more like a listening album, right? It's just like, it's not like super heavy. It's not like, you know, heavy EDC type shit. So it's like, I feel like as people are chilling and winding down with the seasons, like this will really resonate with people. And like, I want to, with this album, like as I like handle the rebrand and like build it back up, like get to a place where I'm doing like a true artist shows where I could like do this album and bring out the live singers and have live instrumentation and have it like really be a show like that, which is what I want this album to build to. But in the meantime, I'm also a fucking murderer on the decks who could just pull up to any club and crush whatever genre I need to. So it's just like balancing those worlds and bringing it up to the point where it's just like everything meets at a head, and that's ideally where it's going to go. And hopefully, you know, next year, festival season, I'm back at it and just, you know, doing the damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be amazing to see like the live progression and composition of some of these records and like an actual, like you said, a real intimate, you know, kind of like, you know, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, you know, format.
Yeah.
Like a boutique venue or like a Roxy, like at the Roxy.
Yeah.
That'd be
And it's
lit.
just anywhere that people are like ready to like absorb good music, and it's not just about like taking drugs and fucking
Yeah.
raving, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
this music
absolutely.
is deeper than that.
Definitely. Another thing that I wanted to say too, obviously, you know, you said like, you know, murder on the decks, you know, ready to just pull up and DJ whenever. And, you know, I think it's obvious, you know, based on just, you know, the connections that you have, you know, you had people like Don Benjamin at the Invitational, Blake Weber, and
Yeah.
then also, you know, recently I was at the A Love Letter to You 5 pop-up. I didn't run into you there, but I saw that you had went there.
You said
Do you
nothing
have any connection
but
with?
fire?
Yeah,
Oh, the weed shit?
yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
no, the A Love Letter to You 5, the Trippy Red album
Oh,
popped
yeah,
up.
yeah, 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 yeah. No doubt.
Uh, I wanted to ask you, number one, had you ever collaborated with Trippy, or do you have any interest with it, or?
I'd fucking love to do that. I mean, bro, I'm sitting on like the amount of beats for like rappers and shit like that. Like I got like 50 chilling that could be massive hits if the right artist is on it. But you know, it's also hard to tap in and just being able to present beats to the right people in the right way where they're accepted to it, you know, because people like that get producers like all day, like, yo, here's my beats or my beats. So shit's got to be walked in by the right person. But that's definitely something that I'm trying to do and just start producing records
Yeah.
for other artists, you know, and like that's a big part of this album. It's like I'm making real songs here, not just like EDM shit.
Hmm.
So it's like hopefully this taps into what I'm capable of as a producer and
Right.
just like elevating that level of the game as well.
Uh-huh. I think, you know, it's obvious that you're, you know, especially with this project that, you know, can be incredibly masterful in the way that you set up your collaborations, that you approach collaborations. And I think you win with Medic. That was kind of a moment for you, kind of, right? Am I wrong or?
Nah, I mean, on every track is a moment on here, you know, at while making each song, I'm like, this is the best record. This is best. Like I put everything into all these, you know, so like there's no fucking there's no like filler
Mhm.
on this shit, you know.
Absolutely.
So I feel great
Um,
about it all.
when we talk about, you know, just music in general, and again, like I said, you know, I feel like you've been a part of, you know, the beginning of multiple waves within this postmodern era of, you know, several different genres. And obviously hip hop is in the 50th anniversary right
Hmm.
now, right? You know, you've been fortunate to work with, produce for, DJ with, you know, some major hip hop artists. I'm wondering, just, you know, from your perspective, the 50th anniversary of hip hop, when for you is either a moment that is just like, I'm super proud to have been a part of that hip hop moment, or either like the first moment you felt like, I remember this is when I fell in love with hip hop?
I mean, fell in love with hip hop early. Like I started DJing back in the day. I was in 8th grade. I remember me and my boy were watching Def Comedy Jam, watching Kid Capri, just rip it. And we're like, yo, we got to get turntables. Like we like scrambled, got shit, started copping records. So that was like the inception of it. But like throughout my career, I've just had like, especially in hip hop, like I've had moments that I'm like, what the fuck? Like the fact that I worked on records with Jay Dilla, KRS One, Talib Kweli, Sean Price, and a ton of other people, Wiz Khalifa, you know, every Boston rapper you've ever heard of, up to currently I have a group with Redman. Like bro, that shit's insane. 1,000 volts. Like I remember the first car I got. I was living in Pittsburgh at the time, and I had to drive to Baltimore to pick up this like old ass Civic. I remember driving back, bumping Redman fucking in the whip the whole time, and now he's like one of my best friends, and we got tons of records together, and we're working on the next album for next year right now. So I've had some crazy hip hop moments that like I don't even really speak on now, especially because like a lot of these kids are too young. Like they don't even know who the fuck Redman is. I'm like, yo, I got a group with like a literal top 5 rapper of all time icon,
Yeah.
you know. But like for the heads who do know, they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how'd you do that? You know.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I was at Rock the Bells just this last month, man, and I got to see everybody. Big Daddy Kane, Method Man, they were there. Like it was just I was just bugging out. Like from just it was like a kid in a candy store. You know, it was definitely one of those moments for me where it really reassured me like I'm in this because I love it and I love to be in this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it's amazing to hear that even after the storied career, like you said, that you're still that excited to be able to collab and work with your inspiration and people who are hip hop heroes in a sense.
for sure.
Um,
It's
absolutely. As we kind of moving on, into 2023, the end of 2023. I know you said, you really want people to connect with this record. You really want to see, how people connect with this record, and that was part of the reason putting it out. Um, as you envision that the exit of 2023 on the music side and into everything else that you got going, because I know you got a lot of different things going, what kind of things do you want to let us know a little bit about, kind of
yeah.
preview, or even go even to a little bit of depth about?
Well, I got a few other side projects outside of you know the 1,000 volt shit, and obviously this. Me and my homie G Buck from Philly, we just started a secret side project that's crazy that I can't say the name because we're gonna start dropping records and like we don't even want to tell people it's us. Just let the music do the talking on that one. And then on the album, you'll see the last 2 songs are featuring PB&J. So that's his vocalist Philip Boudreau, who's like an amazing singer, instrumentalist. Like all the horns are like live horns that he did. So we're gonna be dropping a PB&J EP as well later in the year. And then on top of that, I just got a ton of just dope Jayceeoh like club banger type shit that I'll be leaking out, remixes here and there. So I got a ton of shit in the chamber, but I was like, before I release that, like I need to get this body of work out so people could just like absorb it and just like realize, where I'm at and just like what I'm capable of and just like just respect my artistry, on a new level, based on all this shit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I gotta say, I'm 100% there. I respect and even more so am inspired by the creativity behind the artistry, and yeah, man, just the freedom, the confidence in the freedom with the music is amazing and inspiring. So, man, I appreciate you, JCO. Before we get out of here, man, I want to let you get your shout outs off. You know what I'm saying? Talk your ish. You know what I'm saying? Again, congratulations. Twilight 9 out everywhere, man. Got to give it up to you, man. Daps and Pounds, you did that.
Thank you, bro. I mean, shout out to everyone I collaborated with on the album: Buck Rogers, Sam King, Lerone Swiss, Grabbits, Rob Ultra, Sammy Adams, Medic, Philip Pedro. Shout out my manager Josh, Matt, the PR homie, everyone who came out to the Twilight Nine Invitational, all the brands involved in that. Shout out Gorilla Pies, my restaurant that I own. If you're in LA and want the best pizza of your life, pull up to Gorilla Pies. And dropping this merch later today. My man's rocking it right now. And
Hold up, wait. Let me get him
yeah,
the
you
back
gotta
view
show
for
the
you real
back.
quick.
You gotta show the back. It's at Twilight 9. It's backwards, but it says getting high, shooting low. That's how I be rocking on the course. You know what I mean?
You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man.
Yeah, but nothing but love to you and everyone checking in. Check out the album. It's special, man. So that's about it.
You already know what it is, man. Appreciation to y'all, man. JCO, respect my region. Y'all go check out that Twilight 9. It's out everywhere now, man. Make sure to get this blasted out, man. I'm gonna definitely come in Gorilla Pies. I'm gonna cop a pie, and I'm gonna definitely get some merch too. I'm gonna see you, brother.
Okay.
Salute.
All right, bro. Take
I
care.
respect.